Most of us don't realize how tired we are until we imagine stopping. Not resting, not sleeping, stopping. No explaining, no improving, no proving that we belong, just standing still. For many people, that thought doesn't feel peaceful. It feels dangerous. It feels like something bad might happen if we stop moving. Today, I want to talk about that fear. Not the fear of falling, but the fear that if we stop, we won't survive. Jean Valjean spent 19 years in prison, not because he was violent, not because he was cruel, but because he stole bread. When he is finally released, the chains are removed from his body, but not from his mind. He walks through towns like a man still being watched. He speaks carefully. He sleeps lightly. Every door feels temporary. Every kindness feels suspicious. Prison taught him something very difficult to unlearn. Stillness is not safety. Vigilance is. In prison, you survive by staying alert, by anticipating danger, by never relaxing. And now, suddenly, he is told he is free. But freedom doesn't feel like relief. It feels like exposure. When Jean Valjean meets the bishop, he thinks he recognizes the moment. He sees what prison trained him to see, an opportunity, a door left open, a kindness that can be used, a situation where action feels necessary. So, when he takes the silver, he is not acting in rage or cruelty. He is acting in habit. But when he is brought back, something unexpected happens. What Jean Valjean thought was an opportunity to act is turned into an invitation to grace. The bishop does not expose him. He does not demand explanation. He does not require repayment. Instead, he gives him more. And that is when the ground gives way, because grace does not feel like comfort to someone trained to survive by effort. It feels like a threat. We often assume the problem with people like Jean Valjean is that they are controlled. But very often, the deeper problem is that control is the only way they've ever survived. And when control disappears, so does the ground beneath their feet. Lady Macbeth is not trapped by external chains. She is powerful, capable, respected. She plans, she acts, she wins. And for a time it works. But there is a moment later, after the crown is secure, after the danger is past, when motion is no longer required. And that is when she collapses. Not during the action, not during the crisis, but at night, when there's nothing left to manage, nothing left to fix, nothing left to justify. She cannot sleep. Her hands move even when her body rests, washing, scrubbing, rehearsing. She is working because if she stops working, she will have to see. And seeing is worse than exhaustion. Jean Valjean and Lady Macbeth look like opposites. One is crushed by the world, the other conquers it. But they share the same condition. They cannot stop, because stopping does not feel neutral. It feels like dying. Here is the part we usually misunderstand. We assume rest feels good and effort feels hard. But for many of us, effort feels safe. Effort creates structure. Effort creates justification. Effort creates distance between us and the truth. Stillness removes all of that. When you stop moving, there's nothing left to hide behind. No resume, no productivity, no moral explanation, just you. And for people who have learned to survive through motion, that feels like annihilation. So we keep walking, not because we are ambitious, not because we are disciplined, but because movement delays exposure. If stopping feels like dying, then rest can't be the answer. And if constant effort keeps us alive but never lets us stand, what exactly are we supposed to do? Next time, we're going to talk about why there is no such thing as neutral ground. I'm James Burke. This is Where to Stand.